You know, there are lots of things that divide us in this nation, but honestly, as difficult as this whole conversation about finding common ground becomes, what divides us should not be the definition of what this country's core values are. And I think that's where we find ourselves right now. We don't know as a country who we are. We don't know what we stand for. We don't know how to value each other or why valuing each other is important. And worse yet, we don't have a clear picture, at least by our actions, we don't seem to have a clear picture as to what our intentional diminishing of other people does not only to that person, but to the potential of this country. You know, we've got to address this political divide. When you hear rhetoric like Jews will not replace us, and that becomes something that doesn't burn your soul, then you know that we are in trouble. When you have cars driving through crowds of peaceful protesters, something that we are all permitted to do by the democracy of this United States, then you know we are in trouble. When we can't have a civilized conversation about something as important as gun control, when we have children dropping in the street, when we have people being shot in driveways because they drove into the wrong driveway or because they rang the wrong doorbell, you know that we are in trouble. This conversation about the growing political divide and its impact on this country and on its people is something that we cannot avoid discussing anymore. We cannot have politics be personal. We cannot have people called out because they're black or they're trans or they're gay. We can't. That's not what this country was founded on. We all have a responsibility to do something about it. And I hope that my conversation with Jim Ruvalo is the beginning of a raucous conversation, an aggressive and a loud conversation about why this has to change. I hope to see you on this episode of To The Point.